Hello, 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 everybody. Did you miss me? I missed you. It's good to see you again. How's everybody doing out there? You doing good? Looking after yourselves? I just need to move this mic a little bit. But, hello. Oh, I forgot to change my little thing back. She's so small. Drek, thank you both first. Ah, there we go. There she is. Hello, Riot. Welcome in, lovely. How you doing? I clutched. Fuck yeah, pony. Well done. Second. I think I have a second. Do I have a second? I should have. If I don't, someone remind me after stream to do it. There we go. I'm doing good. How's the sound, by the way? I didn't get a chance to do any checks or anything. So it should be working fine, but you know how stream is sometimes. I'm doing good, Drek. How are you doing, lovely? Oh man, I was definitely running a bit late today. I ended up getting a new mattress, and it was the weirdest thing, getting a new mattress and getting it delivered, but it was in a box, so we had to, unwrap it, put it all in place. The funny thing was, the second we just opened the plastic on that shit, just fucking jump scare bullshit. I'm okay, I got some cool Digimon cards. Nice! Drek, thank you for the resub. Much appreciated, lovely. And Rurik, thank you for the resub as well. Much appreciated. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, we're in September now, aren't we? I said September, not September. But yeah, we're in September at the moment. So, you guys should be able to get a discount, hopefully. Maybe. I hope so. There we go. Taking us to the wonderful chat. There we go. As you can see, I have been fucking around. I've got my monk to level 62. Ooh, wow. Thank you for contributing to the Fix Your Inventory challenge. Much appreciated. I don't think it's gonna go, because it ends in 23 hours and it's only 39% fixed. So, I'm not sure. And nobody answered me on what is a reasonable thing to extend it. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do about that one. Yeah, box mattresses are yeah, it was insane. It was so funny. Just whoop. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Although they did send me the wrong one. It's almost exactly what I wanted, but a spring mattress instead of the foam one that I'd ordered. So it's the prices are exactly the same, so I haven't lost out. They've just literally just sent me the wrong type of one. So it's I don't know if I want to fight on that one. But we'll see. Oh yeah, I got a material container. Yes, you don't have permissions for that. Oh, of course, no, because you're a new character. Yeah, sure. Rank. Hang on, members. Clever Birdie should have the ability to do it. There you go. Oh. Feel free to use any of the furnitures in there. Did I put the thing over? Ooh. Nana Bear. Pundits claim this bear to be the deadliest beast in the realm. They've obviously never stared into this cute cub's nebulous eyes. No stress. Was there something else I was supposed to do? I did put the pants in for your Lala as well, if you're interested. So, there's that. I did... Yeah, we can take that off of being primary. I got to the next one for the Paladin. For the Relic quest. So I got all the shit for that. Did the scroll and everything. And now there's another quest. Which I'm so happy about. Can't you hear how happy I am? I also upgraded some of my gear. So if you need anyone for duties or dungeons or anything, I'll log in. Cheers! Appreciate it. Ooh, nice. You got Shorekeeper. Fuck yeah. Ooh, who's a new one? Also, hi. My plan is... Ooh. Oh, I could have gotten the full one. Damn. My plan is mostly to enter the Sigmascape, do the Hell's Kier and try and... God fucking damn it. Do some MSQ. I haven't tried. Her name is Augusta. Ooh. I do have to get back into that game. I play it on my PS5, and it's like, it's a lot of fun, but I have a problem in those games where I do everything that I can. Like, I complete everything that I need to do, because it unlocks in, like, days and times kind of things. So, I do everything that I need to do, and then I stop doing it. Okay, so... we sign on for that one. Oh, is that the... oh, that's the train. I love that one. That is so funny. We'll also try and get into the city of Ramanastra. And while we wait, we're gonna go to... pretty sure it's... I think it's Full Guard Float. Yeah, no stress. Thank you for being here, Pony. Also, I'm just checking. My sound is okay, right? Like, it's not fuzzy, it's not fucked up or anything. Because I haven't had a chance to clear everything, because I literally got into the room at, like, 8:28. And I'm like, I have no time to do anything. Yeah, it's here. Cool. Soul-blazed relics. Yeah. Audio is excellent. Wonderful. Wonderful. Oh yeah, my relics are all shiny now, because I did the thing, but we can unlock the next bit, which is going to take fucking forever. The good thing is, right, once I do all of this once on stream, I don't have to keep waiting for you guys to show you. Ooh, we got Sigmascape. Nice. Augusta's story is really good. Okay. I love this one, I really do. So, this should be fun. Hopefully the sound for the game is good as well. It should be. I've got it turned up like nobody's business. There. Now it should be turned up. Hopefully it's not gonna... whoop! Oh? Lilith, we've located the correct data. Your opponent appears to be a train? Here it comes. So fucking funny. My boy Alpha. Oh, I forgot to change my weapons back. It's fine. I can change them in the thing before everything starts, so. Come on. There we go. Alright, they're gonna take point, which is cool for me, because means I don't have to. Whew. Pay attention to those, because that's about to fuck some shit up. Woo! Why did you hallow ground that? Ooh, that sounds nice, Riot. Light! The data suggests extraordinary purification properties. So you want to use the light. What? Is it actually MSQ again? Or is it not actually Taikari? Nice. Is it actually MSQ? I'm planning on it. Find a way to banish them. But hi, Space. How you doing, lovely? What you up to? Moon strike. Ooh. Foxies, I don't have that active at the moment. I don't know why you would be able to do it. I should have turned that off. I'm sorry. As you can see, we've only got the PNG tuber because I'm waiting on the VTuber to be made. Alterator, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated, lovely. Hi! Those are really cute emotes. How you doing? I did get that right, right? I didn't mispronounce your name. Oh boy. That's... Yep, sweet. Please specify in-game, pony. That doesn't look good. Yeet. Well, that was to me, and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think so. We get yeeted around a lot in this fight. Throttle. KO is imminent. Playing Valorant and modding. Ah! I love the music too. I didn't expect us to get in within 15 minutes of starting, so I'm a little bit surprised. I do find it very funny that it's a freaking... Good suplex. Hi, Moxie. How you doing, love? Welcome in. Everyone's got such stylish outfits. Thank you for party. Feel a hell of a lot better today. That is excellent. That is good to hear. The sound did go off for you guys, right? Because it went off for me, so it should have gone off for you guys. Traveler from afar, thank you for Doma. Aww. Oh. There we go. My pot's is getting better with more cardio get done. A long-lasting concussion. Jesus Christ. You poor thing. Thank the gods you're fast on your feet. When I first saw you'd be facing a train of all things, I assumed I was hallucinating. But with that oddness behind us, we can be fully certain we have the right set of data for the Sigmascape. From what we've been able to determine, this is a recreation of a devastated world. Unfortunately, we've not found any clues as to its origins. We've came across several familiar terms, Doma included, but the arc of history is inconsistent with our own. Given that Omega draws from realms which could be fictional or even other-dimensional, we can only guess at the source upon which the Sigmascape is based. But if it was fictional, It seems safe to assume the author had a bad experience with a train. Yeah, I finally went to A&E after 3 weeks. Jesus Christ. I expect you're still recovering from your last fight, but we should probably go over the details of your next opponent all the same. According to our research, you'll be pitted against a foe known as Chardanuk. Not a train this time, but some manner of animated painting. To be perfectly clear, the name refers more to the evil spirit that's taken up residence within the picture, but the picture part will be key to our strategy. To that end, Nero has thrown together a little something I thought might be useful. Alpha! Love the next fight, yeah. Thrown together, he says. Yeah, sure. Do you know how difficult it was to translate your abstract fantasy into an actual tool with practical applications? What you demanded was nothing less than a miracle, and a miracle I have delivered. Flirt later. I seem to recall you insisting on constructing it yourself. Still, credit where the credit's due. Well done. Do it. History will appreciate my genius. Coffee. To you, I present the fruits of my labor, the chocobo brush. I won't confuse you by trying to explain how it works, but suffice it to say, I've adapted the tool to combat the peculiar nature of your rival. Put simply, you'll be able to directly influence the space around you by painting pictures. Naturally, this process will require paint. As for the color, subject, and efficacy of your masterpieces, well, that shall depend entirely upon your own artistic sense. Now back to you, Garland. Do you notice the absence of a steaming cup in my hand? If you truly valued the efforts of your colleagues, you might consider filling the bloody kettle from time to time. Or is that another task his lordship, the chief, can't accomplish without the help of his subordinates? Now listen here, Nero. I apologize for the damn kettle, but this has nothing to do with my upbringing. Is this really important, flirting, or can I go? It's just like... Alpha's just like, I'm done with your shits. I'm done with your shit, guys. Oh, sorry, Lilith. Little distracted there. Talk to Alpha when you're ready, and we can see about crossing this Chardanuk character off the list. There was really no need to make it resemble a brush, but as we had a ready supply of chocobo feathers, I thought, why not? Now, let's see what it's capable of, shall we? I sent you the thing? Sweet! I shall have a look in a minute. Next to the kettle is one of Alpha's cards, its face illustrated with a depiction of spring water. Wait! Alpha appears keen to begin the next encounter. You may enter the Sigmascape whenever you're ready. Yay! Okay. I do want to go and see a thing. Ooh, those are very shiny cards. I recognize some of them, which is nice. Hey, congrats, Boney. Well done. MVP. MVP. Okay, gold saucer to try and do one of the things. Hey, Tuck. How you doing, lovely? Welcome on in. It is good to see you. Is the thing still active, or have they turned that off? They've finished. Huh. Weird. I'll have to wait a couple of minutes anyway, but... Alright. We can go to Full Guard Float, get the next quest started for that. Trying to drink more water, and as a result, for some reason, I'm just way more thirsty than I was before. Like, why is it that I am literally drinking more water than I've drunk in the last few days? And yet, I'm just like, I need more sustenance. Cleared my first ultimate last Fridays. Hell yeah, well done, lovely. Congrats! Still so jazzed about it? Yeah, fuck yeah, I would be too. Alright. Let's get the next section of this fucking quest underway. Ooh. By his penetrating gaze, you have a feeling that Jalzan has further plans for your weapon. Yeah. To my fucking horror. I trust you've been keeping well, my friend. As you can doubtless guess, my research into the enhancement of your relic continues. Most recently, I've been delving into the subject of soul attunement. Allow me to explain how it pertains to our endeavor. Through no small amount of effort on your part, your weapon has become a host to abundant soul energy. However, it seemed to me that the relic was not as powerful as it should have been, that it plainly was not benefiting fully from the energy it held. After conducting some tests, I believe I have identified the problem, the degree of soul attunement. You see, though soul energy permeates your weapon at present, that energy is not attuned to its host. As such, much of it remains latent and untapped. If your weapon were to realize its potential, it must have full access to this energy. Alas, I fear that my expertise alone has not sufficed to find a solution to this problem. Being the person who reforged your weapon, Geralt might well possess knowledge that is of use to us. However, you will recall the man hasn't been exactly accommodating of my request for assistance. Unless some manner of miracle has come to pass, I doubt he would be willing to help me now. But you, my friends, have something of a rapport with Geralt, yes? I believe you stand a far better chance of winning him over to our cause. I would be much obliged if you could speak with him in my stead. Yes, fine. God damn it. We'll unlock this and then continue doing dungeons and stuff. I've returned, welcome back. If you're here for your kettle, it ain't ready. It takes time to get the contours just right, you can. You again, can a man mend kettles in peace? What the seven else do you want this time? Advice on how to enhance your relic of eld? Well, it might be I can help you. But what's in it for me? Why should I drop my kettle mending just so you can kill things better? You'll get to lord it over Jalzan. Now that you mention it, putting that note in all his place certainly would make me feel better about myself. Fine, I'll hear what he has to say. You go and tell him to get his ass over here. Geralt has agreed to help us. Incredible. I know not what honeyed words you used to convince him, but it seems you are as skilled with your tongue as you are with your weapon. But come, let us waste no time. I'm sure that was supposed to be a compliment. I'm told you got questions for me, old man. I ain't got all day, so be quick about it. Very well. As you are doubtless aware, with Lilith's assistance, I have sought to recreate the mighty arms as wielded by the Zodiac Braves of legend. Thus far, we have succeeded in... Thank you for not making me read all of that. So you want to attune the soul... or like soul energy to its host, that's right? Precisely, Master Geralt. Have you any advice to give us regarding this endeavor? Aye, I reckon I do. You need to isolate the energy from inside your relic from external influence. You see, soul energy naturally becomes attuned to its host through use. Problem is, being composed of aether, that energy is fickle as sin, gets easily distracted by forces outside the host. For this attunement to happen, you need to get rid of them pesky outside forces. You can do this by making your weapon aether tight. Bugger if I know how, though. You'll have to work that bit out yourself. Anyway, once your weapon's aether tight, you just need to use it as usual. Run around and kill things with it. Over time, the energy just ought to become one with its host. After that, I imagine you'll need to undo the aether tightness, or the newfound power will remain sealed. Isolation! But of course! That's a far simpler and more elegant solution than I had dared to imagine. Now, I believe I can readily prepare a glaze that will render the relic impassable to aether. However, when will we know that sufficient attunement has been achieved and the glaze ready to be removed? You know them Archons from Sharlayan? They use newfangled goggles, what allows the wearer to see traces of ether. We can make something simpler, I reckon. Mind you, we don't need anything near as sophisticated. A magnifying glass fitted with lenses what are crafted from aether-sensitive material ought to serve our needs. Ah, yes! By blending finely ground crystals with glass, it should be possible to create such lenses as you describe. A truly inspired idea. You are a genius, Master Geralt. Praise is nice and all, but it won't slake a man's thirst. If you want to show your admiration, do it with a drink. Of course, my friend. For your invaluable assistance, I shall distill for you a fiery liquor the likes of which you have never tasted. Ooh, now you're talking. You ain't half bad, old man. It just so happens I've got leftover materials to make our magnifying glass. I'll get to work on it right away. Long rest to a tune, but when would the wall ever... Long rest, yeah, that's a fucking mood. Good God. It's ready. With this, you'll be able to check soul achievement levels at a glance. Call it the Zodiac Glass. See that you put it to good use, yeah? Your skills are beyond compare, Master Geralt. For my part, I shall prepare the coating for Lilith's relic anon. When your preparations are in order, come and see me, and we shall make your weapon aether-tight. I take my leave of you. Okay. Cool. That's fine. The gods smile upon our endeavour once more, my friend. I shall entrust the Zodiac Glass to your care, that you may use it to examine soul attunement levels wherever you desire. Should you misplace it, you will need to speak to Geralt's apprentice. Drake is his name, and he'll furnish you with a replacement. As for the aether-tight coating, I'm pleased to say that it's ready. In observance of the fine tradition of naming our creations, it shall be known as Soul Glaze. Present to me the relic you wish enhanced, and I shall coat it with a layer of Soul Glaze. Thence begins the next stage of our quest to recreate the legendary arms of the Zodiac Braves. Fuck you. Okay, I think, yeah, I need to... Oh boy. Soul glazing. Rotana Novus. I didn't read that at all, I'm sorry. Yes, that should do it. The relic is now completely aether-tight. Adventurer, in due course, the spirit energy it bears will become fully attuned. Cool, I need to do also the Holy Shield Novus as well. I don't think it gets anything from doing anything after A Realm Reborn, so that's fine. Okie dokie, so that's that bit done. I feel like we're just gonna chuck that there. Fuck it. Okay. My hat. Oh, right. The golden saucer. See, I'm doing things. A long rest for the wall would be 20 minutes. Even that, yeah. Christ. The poor thing. Never gets a break. It's cliffhanger! Fuck yes. Means I don't have to leave the queue. So much to do, so little time. I will admit I am a little bit exhausted tonight, so I do apologize that my energy is a little bit low. There we go. That was weird, but I'll take it. Okay, that's that bit done. What are we at for our reputations? Not enough for any of them just yet. That's fine. Guys, Rabanastra just popped. Come on, baby. Guys, Come on, DPS and healer, if you don't fucking go for this, I'm going to end somebody. Ravenastra, come on. Please. I've been trying for so long to get into this raid. For so long. Come on. Come on, please. I gotta sell these cards anyway while I'm waiting. MSQ, also Sparrow, just goes to gold source. Like, I promised that I would. I'm gonna do the thing. If you notice, there's no. No. Why? I was so close. I was so goddamn close. That's so annoying. Diamond Enclave. I was so close. That's so annoying. Whoever that DPS is, I swear to God, I will find you and I will kill you. You got my hopes up for nothing. Nothing. Look, I get bullied whether I do thing or not, so I nearly got into Ravenastra and then a fucking 1 DPS didn't click in. So now I'm pissed off. Fine. It's not what I wanted. I'm so mad though. Genuinely so mad. This is a good fight though. I won't lie. Ah, what a splendid atelier. Look around you, hero. Plenty of things in which to dip that brush. I love Alpha. I really do. Sweet! I've claimed the girl in the picture. She's mine. You cannot have her. Wanna bet? No one will get in my way. I genuinely don't remember a lot of this. Which one is he possessing? Alright. Okay, yep. Whee! Look at my little thing. Get wrecked. Ow. Okay, so that one only requires one person to do it. That's cool. You can do with that. Why me? I wasn't doing anything. I'm just healing people so you can keep fighting them. Where's the bad in that? I don't think he appreciated my GG. Thank you for party. Get wrecked. Da, 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 da. I'm picking these up because I don't know if I'll need them. Ooh, a decisive victory. A battle decisively, sorry. Ooh, and I got 4 commendations, baby! Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just queue for Rabanastra. I really want to get into that raid tonight. So hopefully it will go off. Because it's less than 5 minutes! So, let's see. Shall we? Welcome back, Lilith. I was on the edge of my stool watching you attempt to paint whilst fighting, but you soon seemed to get the hang of it. I'm glad our makeshift solution worked as intended. Our makeshift solution works as intended because I made it work. Painting is easy as is intending. I feel I should remind you, however, that the brush was very specifically designed with that arena and that foe in mind. Against aught else, it will avail you precisely as well as any other brush. Of course. One moment. Aye, this is Skyland. That's great news, and what? Oh, they did they? Understood. We'll meet them out there. That was Jesse. Apparently Biggers and Wedge consider themselves well enough to pay us a visit. They're on their way to the Yawn. Fancy a brief jaunt to the surface? No, thank you. I have data to analyze. Fine. Just the 3 of us, then. My boys! You're alive! Chief! Lilith, and Alpha too! We didn't mean to drag you all away from your work. Nonsense. After all you've been through, how could we not come running? Speaking of which, should you even be walking? The Kyojin will probably want to have words with us later, but we couldn't just lie back and let you brave the rift on your own. Do you even have enough hands for that much work? Who's taking care of all the little jobs? Yes. It does seem that you two have spoiled me. I only recently learned that the kettle does not, in fact, fill itself. But We're muddling along somehow. Lilith has been a pillar of strength as always, and Alpha has proven to be a stalwart companion. And Nero has been invaluable and insufferable in equal measure. As for the test subjects themselves, they're certainly formidable, but Omega's experiment hasn't broken us yet, so go home, heal, and don't come back until we've fully recovered. It's good to hear everything's going well, but you call us the moment anything goes wrong and we'll be out here in a wink, even if we have to crawl. Listen to me, Alpha. That uniform you're wearing makes you an official employee of Garland Ironworks. That means you can call on us whenever you're in trouble, and that we can call on you. It means you're not alone. Biggs and I have to go away for a while, so I want you to look out for Lilith and Chief for us, alright? Yeah! I love Alpha. Whee! Oh, before I forget, we've brought you something to put a spring in your step. You can't fight Omega's creations on field rations alone. Yay! Doesn't really matter to me, I'll be honest. Na 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 na. He's such a prissy bitch and I love him. Now what have we... This next one seems strong, but exhibits no other notable traits. How dull. The true challenge is a fourth opponent, but if I can find the patterns hidden in the chaos, then knowledge and reason will prevail. For even the most random actions are products of underlying logic. One has to but isolate the behavioral triggers. Sauce tastes like salt water. Why would... I need to take a closer look at that card. Alpha Group shows signs of recovering from recent trauma, initiating action to maintain desirable stress levels. That was very gory sounding. Yeah. Alpha and the Chief have already gone back in, so don't let us keep you. Our colleague over there should be glad to help you make the descent as soon as you're ready. This dreadful experiment may have a way to go yet, but if you keep taking it one battle at a time, you'll be fighting Omega before you... I mean, it will all be over before you know it. Sorry. And make them talk about their third divorce. Yeah, no, that would do it. Back are you? We should return to the task at hand. Everything all right, Nero? You look a bit green around the gills. The kettle was full of salt water. Not the best stuff to brew coffee with, it turns out. Really? Well, it wasn't my doing. Of course not. That would involve you filling it. The water came from Alpha, created by one of those cards of his. It was very thoughtful of him to make the effort, but next time I'd prefer a beverage that didn't leave me feeling ill. In any case, you can handle support for this third battle on your own. I want to bring in preparations for the fourth. Fair enough. Right. Your next foe is known simply as the Guardian. Unlike that ordeal with Shadownook, this battle promises to be relatively straightforward. Courage and steel should be enough to win you the day. Alpha! Oh, so goddamn cute. Seems concerned about Nero, but otherwise eager to proceed. That is something that I actually quite, I don't know, it doesn't necessarily redeem Nero a lot, but like, we just saw that Omega was fucking with him, right? And he's not telling us so that its experiment doesn't succeed, and so that next time, it won't bother with that kind of shit. Like, the logic of it would be not to bother because they just won't tell the Warrior of Light, kind of thing. Which is clever. Very clever. Doman Enclave. So much to do. So much time. Well, so little time. Gosetsu, fair journey to you, my friend. A bittersweet occasion, but there is yet ample cause to be grateful. Pray, join us in the Kyanken. I would thank you properly. Yes, let us go. I'm not going to get into Rabanastra, am I? It was taunting me. Putting it right there so I could see it. Our brothers and sisters are returned to us, and the dream of Doma's restoration is much closer to being realized. It is a day that will live long in memory, and one that would never have dawned without courageous actions of the Scions. On behalf of Doma and her people, we give you our deepest thanks. Ooh. Come on, baby. Lest you think me complacent, I assure you, I have not forgotten the cloud on the horizons. That Xenos lives is a source of grave concern, mayhap the gravest, and yet there is little be done but wait for Alphino to send word. Until then, I plan to devote myself to fulfilling the promise I made to Gosetsu, by building a nation in which none need live in fear. I confess, I miss him already. The thought that he has at last found peace goes some way to softening the blow. I wonder, did you ever stop to ask yourself why he showed Yotsu such kindness? I believe the answer lies in a past tragedy. Motherfucker! In a past tragedy. Specifically, the death of his wife and daughter during the invasion. Though he hid it well, they were never far from his thoughts, and in Yotsu's childlike mind, he saw not only a fallen tyrant, but the little girl lost him. Yes! Fucking finally! Jesus Christ. Apparently it's in One Tales. Cool. I'm just happy to be here. I've been trying to get into this for fucking ages. I would like to load in, please. And thankfully I went in as, healer, so should be fine. Because I don't necessarily remember all of this. Hopefully I can just get through all of them tonight. It would be really, really handy, but we'll see what happens. Oh, I didn't get the thing. It's like someone's like, oh, thank God it's not across the tower. Sure. Let me know if you need me to turn off the battle graphics. Hey Snow, how you doing, lovely? It's good to see you. How did studying go yesterday, by the way? Not really watching. That is just to anybody in general. If the graphics are giving you guys some problems, like watching, let me know, and I will turn them off. It's literally a button here. I don't know what I'm doing, but we do what we do. But yeah, no. That actually makes a lot of sense. I've been there. Oh god, somebody died. I actually have to pay attention to what I'm doing. I am good. I'm sleepy. Running a bit on empty, I fear. But relaxed enough to be doing this today. Like, I know... I actually have to pay attention to all of this. 1 second. I need to move that down slightly so I can keep an eye on the other one. I have not been a healer in a, like, complicated raid for a while, so... And I don't think they're doing the mechanics properly. Sending a couple... Thank you, I appreciate it. Sorry, it's just a little bit hard to focus and heal at the same time. There we go. Nice. Very nice. We are Alliance B. It is better for them to just resurrect on their own. So something for you guys to know, like in dungeons and stuff, if the boss is beaten, it's better for the players to resurrect, like you select their own resurrection thing, rather than have them be resurrected, because otherwise they get this weakness debuff. However, if they do the their own resurrection, it's fine. It doesn't happen. But because they had us resurrect them, it does damage. Well, it doesn't do damage. It inflicts a debuff. So if the boss is already dead, don't bother resurrecting other players. Unless, like, there's no teleport option. If there's no teleport option, fucking resurrect your friends. I can barely see what the fuck is going on, I'm gonna be entirely honest with you. Let's turn those off for now. Also, that's a macro that I would highly recommend people have on their hotbar. Because there are gonna be days where you just do not have the brain power to deal with all the flashy effects. And being able to turn it back on and off with a click of a button, very fucking handy. Rather than having to go through all your stuff. Nice save. No, they're all mimics. How dare. I just keep mine off. I like the pretty looks. Like, I like the look of it. And so when I'm on my own, I'll play it. I'll have the effects on. But I'm also aware that people are watching. And, can I grab that back? Yeah, of course. I'll give it to you after after the raid. I'll show you how to do it. I have them saved on my shared hotbars. At least I should. Also, there is story happening right now, but like, oh god, this fucking dude. I just remembered this one. Christ. Another very handy macro is the ability to sort your armory chest by eye level. That is very fucking handy. Nope. No, 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 no. Stop that. You guys might want to be on that side. Oh. Oh boy. This is why I'm so good at the bamboo game in the cold saucer. Oof. So I don't know if people here have gone too far into other raids, but as you get, obviously as things get harder, you have to pay more attention to the other alliances, and as a healer you have to pay attention on whether or not all their healers are up, basically. It's not... It's like, as a tank, right, I feel like tanks have it easier in raids than healers do, because healers are responsible for their own team's health and the raid health altogether. Nice! Very nice. Yeah, I'm glad I never said that I was gonna get all the gear in this game. One, I don't think there's enough space for it, and two, it'd be really fucking annoying to have to run everything to get the gear over and over and over again, you know? There we go. Someone use a limit break! Oh, I have... So, Snow, I don't know if you're still here, but I'm gonna be completely honest when I tell you that one of the mount ideas that I have for my character is one of these chimeras. Because that is a thing I can summon in-game for a fantastic mount. I mean, I'm probably gonna talk with Victor and see if I can't probably theme it a bit better. But, God, that would be so funny. Worst part is, right, I don't have the Wondrous Tales yet, so I have to go and get that, and then I'll re-queue. See if we can't get through it again. Again. Yeet the party. Welcome to Gamscythe Waterways. Oh no, I'm not gonna be able to do anything with that. So, A, B, C. Wondrous Tales isn't the same for everyone though? No, fair. But it's highly likely that I would have it, as that's the highest level raid that I have access to. One day I'll come through here and actually get to read all of this. but I cannot. Also, I love that they just give us, like, water breathing as part of the storyline. Not here, but like earlier on in the story. They just give us the ability to breathe underwater, and that is like a consistent plot point. Like, I appreciate that. Also, like, this is fun and all, but Jesus Christ, we would actually just be like torn to shreds on the freaking stone. See, that one made more sense. There was a lot more water there. Oh, this fight. I remember now. I remember. I understand now why this one doesn't get run very often. I'm gonna be entirely honest with you. Whew. I will admit, the boss designs and shit are really cool. Math coming up soon. But this fight, I know it's the next, should be the next raid, right? I don't think it's this one that has math. Next raid, yeah. I'm like, I would have prepared a lot better. Nope, thank you. That was pretty cool though, I won't lie. I'm gonna say that I 100% knew that the figure eight of 8 would not touch me, but I did not. Oof. Yeah, there wasn't much we could do for them, unfortunately. What from them? Soldiers, to me! Oh, I should be in that one over there. Shit. In my defense, I didn't know. Forgot. I don't want to die! The heavens tremble in my wake. The aura sight. Ow! Dickhead. Watch out for the blue. I know I'm being quiet, I'm just watching the other people's health, like, really intensely. It's like, that was a lot closer than I'd like. One fucking dragon is in the way. Nice. That Baja is getting annoying. The what? I wasn't hearing it. The air here feels wrong. Can't you sense it? Death awaits us. Think that's their father. The Bahamut. Oh, yeah. So that's what we use against the Asians. So it's interesting that they make this such a big plot point, right? Because, one, the rarity of it was a huge, huge deal in, towards the end of Realm Reborn and everything.
Who dares disturb the slumber of Argad Adalphos, rightful king of Ivalice? Descendants of House Beowulf? Then by my sword shall I banish your souls to the deepest hell.
There we go. Ah! I'm late! I'm late! I'm late for a very important date! Ah!
It is to be a fight then.
Yes!
Only too happy to oblige.
Another achievement unlocked. The fucking placement of those Bahamans, I swear to God. Oh right, and this one, you have to, if the eyes are blue, you do what it says. If the eyes are red, you have to do the opposite of what it says. If that's still the way this works. Have some blue, do as it says, or don't move. Turn away. Yeah, alright, blue, obey. Red, disobey. No, please. Yes! Royal blood. So many Bahamut's! Can't see shit!
Does it grieve you to see the depths of your own weakness laid bare? Maggots!
Listen, like, he's trying to insult us, right? He's really trying, but like, dude, my brain does worse than this on a daily basis. You're gonna have to step your shit up. You know? No, I'd rather not. But yeah, it's interesting that they have Red. Okay, disobey. So, we have to keep staring.
The world has no place for such wretches. Your claim to life is forfeit.
So if we fail... Oh god. If we fail, we get the debuff, unnerved. Woof, that was loud. They really like that voice line, don't they? Fuck, I think that was red. It was. Whew! Lucky. Blue, this time we obey. Okay, so we can't stop moving. Such a judgy bitch. Yeah, no, it's just really weird to me that the Aura Sight is such a big part of the storyline because it's so rare everywhere else, and it's the one thing we can use to trap the Asiads. That was really funny. I'm so sorry to that person, but that was so fucking funny. Like, you just fucking gave up. Ready? Ready? Zodiac Thriller. Da 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 da. What? It is not.
Oh, gods, what have I done? Save me! Ramza! Save me!
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Like, it makes sense from that, but it's like, because it's so important to the rest of the story, it's just interesting that they didn't do some kind of explanation as to why, you know, it doesn't then become integrated with the rest of the game. It's just a thing. The royal city of Ravenastra, complete. Yee! Okay. So, read, need. God damn it, I'm gonna have to do this again. I got none of those! None of them! You son of a bitch! It's fine. I'm fine. It's alright, I needed to repeat it anyway. Full comms from that. Nice! When you do it with me, you'll get it. Appreciate it. Fuck it, I don't want the gear that badly. 2 comms for that. I'll take it. You will be judged. Fuckers. Wonder if I can get through the other raids tonight. That would be really good. I love the way they've just made the father. Like, that's just such a funny fucking look. Where am I? Father! Ramza? And the Warrior of Light? Yes, I know of you, but that you should come to my rescue? Words fail me. A poor playwright, I must seem. We should probably go. Easy. Oh, I'm gonna punt you off a roof. The term you're looking for is thank you. Upon which note, I, Bargaman, Bounty Hunter, do humbly thank you, Warrior of Light, for delivering me this fine gift. Now hand over the Aura Sight, unless you wish to see the desert sands turn red. And be quick. Your kid does not have the steadiest of hands. That one. She will bring it to me. It's okay. If he tries anything, I'll put a laser through his skull. That'd be fine. Yes, this is it, the Duma. And to think we found it so close to Doma, the Duma of Doma. What virtual tabletop? Is that what you're asking me for D&D? Enough, Waggy. We would not have our guests think us underbred. Did he just execute one of his men? You have what you want, you thieving lizards. Now unhand him! Of course. Abanga is always true to his word. I will be keeping this, though. Father! You've only yourselves to blame for this. But if you mislike the thought, you can always blame the gods. Not that they're listening. Get up, fool. We're leaving. Virtual tabletop, depending on who I'm running for. It's either Foundry or Roll20. Mostly Roll20 at this point. You're going to be alright. We cannot see to your father's hurts here. Come on, we must get him back to the Prima Vista. Why do you ask? I wasn't aware you were super interested in D&D. Or virtual tabletops in general. Not that you need to play D&D on a virtual tabletop. Genomus remains in a deep slumber, but his breathing is steady and his fever has subsided. For now, all we can do is wait. I've sent word to Sid, I hope you don't mind. Finally, I can finally leave! I'm back at the fucking building again! Alma, Ramza, can you ever forgive me? And you, Sid, it was never my intention to put you to such trouble. I am ever in your debt. You would have done the same for me, Genomus. Besides, it was Lilith here who went to all the trouble. If anyone deserves your thanks, it's her. He is right. I've done naught to deserve your kindness, yet I am its beneficiary nonetheless. So if I understand correctly, you're saying an Orosite does not work to facilitate the possession of a living host by an icon, as was assumed to be the case with Sale and the Bishop, but rather absorbs the host's ether, its very soul, and somehow transforms it before returning to the host's body. If that is the case, then our Charlian allies will need to be informed immediately. But I suppose the real question here is, did you find what you came looking for? The legend would have us that Delita Heral, the commoner who would be king, was the sole hero of the Zodiac Brave story, but as I have discovered, there was two others, in fact. Siblings whose roles faded from subsequent retellings of a story. A brother and sister by the names of Ramza and Ulma. How coincidental. Then, to prepare for this assignment, I pored over every published work out there on Evolution legends I could lay my hand on, and nowhere did I find mention of these siblings. But I did. I uncovered irrefutable evidence that Delita had a close companion named Ramza, who aided him in his rise to power. This, in turn, led me to Alma. And that I might never lose sight of the truth, I named my own children after these lost players. I'm sorry I never told you any of this, Sid, but you must believe me. Evilise has never been a mere pastime of mine. It is, and forever will be, my calling, my purpose. My family's purpose. Go on. The world knows me as Genomus Sen Lexendale, but that is my stage name. My true name is Arislam Durai. Countless generations past, it was my ancestor who penned the Durai Papers, an account of Evilise and the War of the Lions that details what truly occurred during that turbulent era. You're tired, Father. Rest. I will continue. Long ago, an orphan by the name of Durai crossed paths with both Ramza and Delita. After Delita's rise to power, Oren found himself in the service of the pauper become king. Following the War of the Lions, Oran believed that the people of Evilise had a right to know the truth of Ramza's involvement and set about documenting his deeds. When the church learned of his intent, however, they branded him a heretic and had him burned at the stake. The Durai Papers were never published, and any existing copies were gathered and sealed away in church vaults, the truth with Evilise along with them. What was so damning that it would drive the church to do such a thing? The answer to that question can be found in this book, the only surviving transcript of my ancestors' chronicle, copied from an early draft and passed down for untold generations. With this, my father and I plan to reveal the truth and restore honor to my family name. I've gotten involved in weirder shit for less. A Forbidden Chronicles, a secret family legacy. Not that I doubt you, Shinomas, but how do you expect to convince people of all this when well-nigh every soul in the realm believes Evilise to be nothing but a bedtime story? By proving that it is anything but. And when the people see that Evilise was real, the rest will fall into place. Were it as simple as bringing forth the chronicle and submitting it for review, we would of course done so long ago. But lad, it is not. The Durai Papers, you see, are written in High Evolution, an ancient tongue long extinct. My father, his father, and his father before him labored tirelessly to decipher this tome, but for want of other sources made only fitful progress. A word here, a phrase there. It wasn't until a recent expedition to Rabanastra turned up several well-preserved artifacts that we were able to translate a small portion of the papers. And the diary stolen by the Banga bounty hunters? I'm afraid so. Everything we had learned of the language was contained in those pages. And we're back to where we started. Not necessarily. We still have the transcript as well as a few translated passages, and of course my father's impeccable memory. I have come too far to allow so simple a setback to deter me from my purpose. I will show the world the truth it is, if it is the last thing I do. It is as Master Garland said. He is a man obsessed. I fear Evilise's grip on him will only grow tighter. Father was fortunate to escape Rabanastra with his life, and he already speaks of continuing his quest. Please promise me you'll keep him safe. Sure, I'm not doing anything. There's a new system you're starting in. Oh, okay. So, important question for that, right? Who are the players? Like, are you playing with people that you trust, or are you playing with complete strangers? What system is it? Do you want... So Roll20 is really, really good for ease of accessibility and maps and stuff, but the UI and everything is a bit of a bitch. Foundry is really, really good for maps, really good with in-depth, built-in systems. So you can set it up to roll and all that kind of stuff in there. Has a bunch of character sheets, everything built in. Foundry has far better character sheet stuff than Roll20 does. But that one is paid. Fantasy Grounds I have never used, so... Also, Sharky, I don't know if you're still here, but I will just copy and paste these to you in case you still need them. And then that's the on one as well. Okay. I am going to quickly just go return my, I'm gonna go to Idleshire. Idleshire. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me today? And we reset our retainers. And we'll queue up for Rabanastra again so that I can get the if it's on the thing. But I'll also queue up for the next one in the list. See if we can't just ride off people just, you know, doing the random assortment. Alright. Evilise? Evilise. No. Damn you. Motherfucker. Foundry for me is a better one. Just for its functionality, but for free, Roll20 is going to be your best bet. But yeah, funnily enough, I actually did a whole thing where I broke down the different tabletops and stuff. But I don't think anyone's read it because it's in a section of a Discord for work, basically. And like 3 people were interested in the channel, and like I don't think any of them have read it. I broke down everything you need to know as a DM running online. And no one has said shit. I'm very insulted. It took me like an hour. Alright. Kugane. You still haven't mentioned what the system is, by the way. No, but Cosmere. Yeah, I think I did ask and you didn't tell me. So I was just like, okay. Yeah, I do think there's, well, basically just check if Foundry has access to a Cosmere, what is it called? Like unit download thing. Support on phone? Yeah. Then I would say Foundry. Foundry is, I've found that a lot more fun to use. I don't personally own it. My friend used like 2 people that run games for me. Well, not just for me, but for other people as well. Use Foundry, and it has been a lot easier and a lot less annoying to use from a player perspective than Roll20. So, after what I've seen here, I'm all but convinced that Evilise exists, at least in some form. The problem will be gathering sufficient evidence to convince the thousands of scholars and historians who have based their entire careers on the presumption that it doesn't. Not that I've ever been one to shy from a challenge, especially when it means the story of the century. If you're in, Lilith, then I'm in. If you're not in, well, I'm still in. Either way, you'll be hearing from me again soon. That much I promise you. It's almost like as soon as I turn away, I'll hear from you again. Protagonist theme, nice. And background story, very nice. Lilith, where in the world have you been? Did you not receive Alma's summons? Principal Lexentale's research into the Aura site might finally have borne fruit. We must hurry to the Prima Vista before they embark on some grand and perilous adventure without us. You're welcome. I'm always happy to talk about TTRPG stuff. It is technically part of my job. How dare I would leave before stream ends, and thank you for the DM. You're welcome. Hi. Lilith, Lady Merriwa, thank you for answering my summons. Master Garland was kind enough to send for an Archon from Charlayan, and I thought it only right you be present to hear her findings. To be frank, summoning Makoto was more Ishtola's idea. I simply came along to see what light she could shed on this mystery. No stress. I am Makoto of House Jinba. A Doman, though my years in Charlayan have made me a stranger here. You must be Lilith Dustseeker, fabled liberator of men, slayer of false gods, warrior of light. I thought you'd be taller. Fuck you. Let us speak of the crystal. The Otius, but one of many Auracite shards that aided noble Delita's rise to Regent. My apologies. The Otius is no ordinary crystal, even discounting its obvious historical importance. The specimen is more than a simple manifestation of elementally aspected energies. It is, rather, an ethereal lodestone whose facilitation of both the absorption and transmission of distinct frequency NRR-type harmonic vibrations has been observed to promote ethereal amplification. Why is amplification the word I fucked up in that sentence? The resultant neuroharmonic disturbance allows for a highly unique emittance of CPRS waves that, instead of radiating outward with a determinate factor of dispersal, instead resonate inward at a frequency so labored, my estimates place the rate of VRT decay at upwards of several centuries, though I must admit I lack sufficient variance to complete a truly comprehensive graphical assessment. No stress, Drek. Thank you for being here. I hope you get all the good sleeps. While that explanation may elicit admiring nods from your professors at the Academy, it will only earn you blank looks here. Take a deep breath and try again, this time in a language those of us without the echo might comprehend. My apologies, I merely thought... Apologies will see us no nearer to an answer. A simpler explanation will. Simpler, right. Aether is not only the building block of all things material, but those immaterial as well. Thoughts, memories, feelings, one's very will are all understood to be ethereal phenomena, and can be measured as such, unlike most crystals which can only emit elemental energies. Auracite is tuned not only to absorb ether, but ether specific to the immaterial. That ether is then stored and multiplied within its crystalline confines until external stimuli precipitate release. Try again. God damn it! I get it! Under appropriate conditions, a strong will or desire can be imprinted upon the auracite and stored until fermentation, at which time the desire becomes manifest. Fermentation. Basically, what my studious young friend is trying to say is that the Odious takes one's deepest fantasies and makes them reality. Yes, that is simpler. You may choose to think of it as a process akin to summoning a primal. There being one marked difference. Primal summoning requires a supplemental energy source, such as a horde of elementally charged crystals. Auracite, on the other hand, has the capacity to serve as its own source of power. So we need Auracite that is not already charged with other ether. I used it to kill an Ascian. Does that count? We knew that from the Darai papers that Argath was never a king of Evilis. He was slain in the battle during the War of the Lions. Yet the Argath encountered during the recent expedition carried himself as if he had been crowned regent. I believe this was merely the Auracite in his possession realizing his desire to rule. I am informed that he uttered the same words over and over again for the duration of the confrontation which unfolded. If that is the case, it's possible that it's not actually Argath who uttered them, but the Auracite itself. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's another person. I was like, what the fuck is behind it? If the dry papers are accurate, Argath was a weak and petty noble who believed his bloodline entitled him to power. The Auracite took that belief and twisted it into the abomination we, Lilith, put to the sword. Then, you're saying the crystal could prove a threat? The Auracite, Alma, and not necessarily. Ramza seemed to fare well enough. There is no record of the young regent being manipulated by the artifacts he gathered. Sorry. In the hands of the just, the Auracite should prove harmless, even beneficial. To paraphrase, it's not the weapon that kills, but the one who wields it. Now where have I heard that before? Oh yes. It was Emperor Galvus's justification for taking the marvels of Magitech and applying them to the manufacture of arms. Where, after all, was the harm if it allowed him to bring order to the great three continents? You draw an intriguing parallel, Master Garland. The properties of these crystals are so singular, I do wonder if they, like Magitech, are the products of science and not nature, that they were created by someone to... But who? What manner of person would even be capable of such a feat? Now that is an interesting question, the answer to which I look forward to hearing. Regrettably, I have pressing matters to attend elsewhere. Fear not. However, Makoto's insight will prove far more beneficial than anything I might accidentally contribute. Good day to you all. I'm guessing Omega started fucking some shit up. And now we have to go. Now he has to go and fix shit before Nero yells at him. Because they are 100% murder husbands. And by murder husbands, I'm just referring to Hannibal and Will. If you've never watched the series, by the way, 100% watch that, but it is so gay, and I love it. What I don't understand is... if Duma was imprinted with Argath's deepest desires, then whose desires are rattling about inside the Otius? I had the self-same question, and thus conducted a thorough inspection of the crystal upon my arrival. The results were inconclusive. Traces of ethereal activity were present, but to all intents and purposes the vessel was empty. Empty? But what of the voices I heard? Voices? I heard nothing of the sort. The only voices you heard, Alma, were in your stubborn head. The fuck is your problem? Ramza, why won't you... Shall we speak of voices, then? What of yours, Alma, our resident voice of dissent? You've done naught but question the wisdom of our research from the moment we left Garlemald. Would you put your petty worries about our family's calling? No, I would never... You would never? Then why involve a gossip monger, a goody two-shoes, and this flying mole? Please tell me you can see that. We're gonna have words, by the way, but focus. Don't be mean to your sister, because you're not getting far in life. That's fucking rude. Such a rude way to defer to a Dark Knight's favorite punching bag.
Am I interrupting? Oh, please do go on. My acceptance into your fine troops ranks can wait until all have said their piece, Cooper.
Guards, get this.
Montblanc. Montblanc. The name is Montblanc, denizen of Damascus Desert, seeker of thrills, adventurer extraordinaire. But you may call me Montblanc. Cooper?
Damascus has long been known as a melting pot for myriad cultures, where minor races such as the Sikh, the Banga, the Viera might live in relative harmony with the Huron, Ellison, and others. Yet there is no record of a permanent Mughal population.
Most likely because we are neither prominent nor populous. My people are nomadic by nature, ever drawn to the elusive frontier and the freedom she promises, Cooper.
Mughal? Meanwhile, Lilith's just got her head in her hands, just like, not again. Not like this.
Of course I'm a Mughal, Cooper. You think the adorable wings and the fluffy palm would have given it away. Now, about my admission to the Majestic...
Well, now, no such thing. The Majestic is the Empire's premier theatre company, will not sully its good name by granting refuge to a fluttering ball of fur. And furthermore, how in the world did this abomination board the Prima Vista in the first place? So mean! By means of his wings, were I to guess? As for his admission to our company, I do not seem to recall race, creed, or allegiance on my list of prerequisites, do you? No, father. Well then, Montblanc, what is it that calls you to our stage? Our stage?
What else? The Zodiac Brave story, Cooper? I've never witnessed something so amazing, so moving. Sitting, well, technically hovering there in the audience as the story unfolded around me, I knew I was witnessing something special! Holy shit! Moxie! Thank you for the gifted subs! Holy shit! Thank you very much. And holy shit, we have a hype train! The fuck?
Everybody that just got a subscription, enjoy the emotes. I hope you enjoy the animated emote that we have. What did I do for 5 gifted subs? What was it? Someone remind me. Oh, but thank you so much. That was so kind of you. Where was I?
I knew I was witnessing something special, something positively transcendental, Cooper. It was then I realized I either had to be part of it, or go to my grave a bitter and broken Mughal. Was this realization before or after you swore you simply had to become the realm's greatest marauder, Cooper?
I forgot all of this.
Hurdy? How did you...
Sharky, holy shit, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Holy shit, much appreciated. Thank you very, very much. That's so kind. We're at a level 2 hype train. Ah! Okay, congratulations everybody who... That's 10. Someone said hype train. Okay, so 10 was the Ara Ara, wasn't it? You guys, can we pull our Ara Ara? I will make a note if you want me to. What... You want to do it together so that it counts. I'm happy with that. I don't mind doing that. Normally, no, but you guys are just nice enough that I would. So, do you want me to do the Ara Ara now? It's always funny when I have to do it. That is on Sharky. Holy shit!
Pony! Thank you for the gifted subs. What the fuck?
Holy shit, you guys. That's so sweet of you. Oh my god. Holy shit. Thank you so much. Level 3 complete. And we're nearly at level 4. Now it goes to Pony. Okay. Pony, do you want me to do the ara? That's how you've decided as well. Fair enough. You know what, Moxie, since you're making decisions, that's fine. That's fine. I'll go along with this. Yeah, please. Alright. Hold on. Ara. How's that? Oh, God. Well, I fucked my shot. Oh, God. Oh my god. Thank you guys. That's so kind of you to do. What the fuck?
Perhaps you have more success at running away if you didn't reveal your grand designs to every other fool you happen to meet, Kupo. Was it not 2 but school nights ago you took up the axe, Kupo? And now you are professing your passion for the stage before even carving a single notch in your haft. Do you not remember to he who turns the butter goes the sweetest bread? But how is one to savour the buttered bread if his head is in the belly of a fearsome beast? You accused me of giving up, when I merely came to the realization that continuing would end in failure. Only through a change of course can I reach my final destination, Kippo. And that destination is what? Mama, are you sure it's not a geomancer? Arithmetician? Templar? Do not bother answering, Kippo. We all know you'll be singing a different tune come cockcrow. That is where you are mistaken, Huddy. I was destined to be a thespian. I can feel it in my fur. The role of Delita was made for me. For me, Kupo. Kupo, enough! I too was destined to be a lesbian. I mean thespian, yep. The actors in our company trained at the Empire's finest institute. They represent the pinnacle of the profession not only in Garlemald, but across the world. A vagrant batmole like you could never hope to share a stage with such artists, let alone play the part of a hero like Delita. You yourself admitted you were too craven to face a solitary beasts. How would you imagine you fare against a pack of theatre critics? Any troupe would need proof of valor before it could even consider... Craven? Call me a cheat and call me a cub. Do not, sir, call me Craven. I accept your challenge. Slay but one foul beast by mine own hand, and the Majestic Theatre Company will accept me into its ranks, Kupo. Wait, I issued no such... You're all here witness, Kupo. When I return with the head of a terrible beast in my Goristan hands, you will be honor bound to welcome me, Montblanc the Mummer, into the fabled ranks of the Majestic. Good day! Hey, second. Wonderful. What do we do now? What do we do? We do nothing. If that Batmole wishes to throw himself on the horns of stampeding Zoe, I will not stand in his way. I believe the proper term of derogation is Mulbad, and I should warn you, Moogles do not take kind to those who use it. Why must you always put yourself above others, brother? Did you learn nothing from Argus' wretched example? Montblanc would never have set off on this fool's errand had we not made the challenge. If anything befalls my brother, his blood is on your hands. Lilith, you're the only one among us capable of locating him and preventing disaster. On behalf of my brother, I beg your assistance. Oh, crap. Fine. My brother can be rather simple-minded when it comes to such matters, thinking to impress the Warrior of Light and her companions. Montblanc would likely choose the scene of your recent exploits to prove his worth, meaning Rabanastra if I'm not mistaken. Pardon my language, but Ramsar really is an incurable little prick, isn't he? How dare he speak to his sister and the Moogle in the same manner? I couldn't decide which way was worse, the things he said or the way the principal sat back and let him say them. I suppose it's none of our concern. For now, let us concentrate on the task at hand. Finding that Moogle before he does something we'll all regret. What say we start nearby? Pier number 2, perhaps?
Yay! Hype train successful! Let's fucking go. Honestly, that's a freaking cool emote, I'm not gonna lie. Level 4, baby! Choo-choo! Heck yeah, thank you guys so much. That was so kind of you. You didn't have to, but I really appreciate it. One of these days we'll get you into Shadowbringers. I'm working on it! I have to unlock this other one so I can queue for it while I'm doing MSQ. Indirectly paying your sub. So be it. Okay. The Falcon Porter tells that he sent a traveling blacksmith away to Yongsha, not a Bell Pass. And why would that be of interest to us, you ask? Because said peddler of iron and steel was seen to be carrying a bag stuffed to the brim with, and I quote, albino mole fur and purple bat wings. Mont Blanc! Not that we look like that, Cabell. The quickest route into Dalmasca is via the One River and its western tributaries. If Mont Blanc is bound for Rabanastra, he will seek passage from the Glittering Basin. I'll have to fly from there. So you're gonna progress MSQ with me? I mean, I'm happy to do it alongside you, but I'm not necessarily going to rush or wait, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not, like, I don't want to sound harsh, but, like, there's a reason I stopped playing on my main, and it happened because people were like, I couldn't do any quest without them. You know what I mean? So I'm not repeating that. Even though, like, stream, I have to do it with everybody. But, you know what I mean? That sounded way more harsh than I wanted it to. I'm sorry. Okay, once we get here, we'll continue this. Hopefully that will unlock the next raid. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, no. Absolutely fair. That's fine. That is so fine and good. It's like, I already have enough trouble doing MSQ on stream. I can't wait for people to turn up to stream to do them. You know what I mean? I mean... What? I already admitted that I have trouble with it. You can't yell at me for it. Okay, I am a level 90.
If you're taking recommendations, I highly suggest going for the dual-wheel chainsaw shotgun laser earrings with detachable missile launchers and drink dispensers. Ooh, and they have built-in cup holders. Look at that.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make that clear, just as a, like, because it's... I love doing this game with people, but it's also something I just have to be very clear about. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Thank you. Mont Blanc, what were you thinking? Have you any idea what you put your brother through? He's been worried sick. But Hardy and Ramza were right all along. I am a failure, a flop, a flapping, foppish failure, Kupo. How could I play the part of a hero if I cannot even ruffle the feathers of a single measly bird? The audience would see right through me like the spineless jellyfish I am. Now wait, Mont Blanc. Not everyone could be a hero, not even most heroes. Yes, the bards sing of the man who deals the final blow, but what of his cadre of loyal companions? Do you think Delita united Ivalice on his own? Do you think Lilith was alone when she liberated Alamigo? Kind of? Little bit. Little bit. Not all wars are won on the front line. Hey, Ace, alright?
But of course they're not. Every campaign needs its brilliant architect, the mastermind who moves the pieces across the board. I, Mundblung, can be that master. Except for ours, they were very much on the front line. Yeah, alone, technically. That was quick. Let us not dwell on the details. The day is saved. Mundblung has escaped sans scratch or singe to show for it. We should return to the Prima Vista before our luck runs out. Yeah. Like, technically, I maintain that they're like, that any other player in those raids is just like a fragment of, like a shared delusion, or like the crystal kind of summoning heroes past. So you're technically alone. But because you're the warrior of light, you have the echo, you call to people to help you. It is not canon in any way, but it's my canon, and I like it. You know what I mean? Because it shows why, like, you don't knowing what happens later. Yes and no. Fair. Fair. It's not a, I'm not fighting for it as a canon inclusion. That's just how I, at the moment, see the game. For, like, story reasons. You know what I mean? Woo! Music cut. You'll get there. Eventually! And cry, oh great. And hate Yoshi-P. Please, this ship is a place of peace. Release my sister, or you will answer to me. When the cat's away... Put that damnable thing down, Ramsay. You're not helping matters. We have no quarrel with you or yours. We seek only aid in finding our leader, Bagarman. You seek our help? You, who threatened to kill my father, who stole his work and made fools of us all? Never. Silence, Ramza. They have armor. We'll hear what they have to say. As I said, we have no quarrel with you. We only did what was necessary to secure an audience. We surrender our weapons and offer your journal as an act of good faith. Oh. He does actually care about her. He's just a dickhead. I already have unhealthy character obsessions. I can't defend it. This is all rather a lot to digest, but your claims do coincide with what we have learned about the Aura site. Shut up. You're saying that Crystal did something to our captain. Shut up. After being emptied of Argath's will, the Dumas bought that of another to sate its appetite for ether. You're saying the crystal ate our captain? Not his body, no. Only his soul. His soul! Tell me, what in your opinion was a leader's deepest desire? What was it that he longed for above all else in the world? Why waste your breath reasoning with these lizards? They showed themselves for the beasts they are when they put the knife to your throat. And now they're asking for your help. First mole bats, now lizards. This one's tongue is pure poison. The boy can call us what he pleases. For our past failings, we deserve no better. Your failings? 30 summers have come and gone, and yet not a night goes by that I do not wake and sweat in the memory. We were Faciliers in the Damascan army, stationed in the royal stronghold at Nalbina. Nalbina Fortress was reputed to be impenetrable. Its fall to the 4th Legion proved a turning point in the Imperial campaign, dealing a crushing blow to Damascan morale and ultimately marking the beginning of the kingdom's end. Bagarman was our captain, and once it was clear the day would not be ours, Prince Razla, commander of the garrison in Albina, tasked him with one final mission. Our unit was to escort His Highness's twin sister, the Princess Sheila, away from the fortress and thence to safety, but things did not go as planned. I still remember the words she uttered as she lay dying in the captain's arms. But a stone throw away from where the Garmscythe waterway drains into the sea. Even as the fog of death descended upon her, she smiled and told us, the very people who had failed her, to survive. For as long as even a single Dalmascan stood, our nation would never truly perish.
Oh, I forgot all of this.
But it should not have been us who survived. By failing to protect our charge, we betrayed the princess and her memory, and brought shame upon our race. So yes, we are naught but cold-blooded lizards, deserving of whatever scorn you deign to heap on us. I think we may safely assume that a deep-seated hatred towards the invaders of his homeland, coupled with a self-loathing born from a sense of powerlessness. The darkness that lurks in the heart of Bagarman is little different from that which drove Argath, the self-same emotions that were to nourish the Duma. Stop speaking in riddles, Charlian.
She's saying your brave captain will eventually turn into a monster, or rather more of one.
Galleon lies.
What they say is true. If we don't find Bagarman and the Zuma soon, none of us are safe, present company included. Do you have any idea where he might have gone? Any at all? Wait, look at this. Something has been added to the final page of my journal. The captain must have put it there. Only he had access to it. Until we found it in the pack he left behind, that is. Is this Dalmascan? Indeed it is. It says Ridorana. Lighthouse. Why would he write that in the old man's journal? Thank you for the follow, Werewolf. Much appreciated. Why would he write that in the old man's journal, no less? There is a place on the Valnard Sea, far to the south of Rabanastra, where the ocean tumbles into a gaping maw more than a mile across. The Ridorana Cataract. I've always read it as Riodana. Don't know why. Legend would have us believe that it is the entrance to the Hell of Water. Many a scholar seeking to prove otherwise has descended into the chasm, even some by airship, but not one has returned. This was supposed to be a quick side quest so I could unlock the next raid. And then do main quest. We're 2 hours into stream. I must admit to knowing little of Ridorana, other than that which Lady Mikoto shared with us. Before we expend valuable time and resources traveling to so remote a place, I must review my notes and see if there's any mention of the Abyss. We shall share our findings as soon as we learn aught of interest. Hey! You learned aught of interest. Our studies reveal that Ridorana is both the name of a massive gap in the southern Valdenard Sea and the lighthouse once manned by the Royal Dalmascan Navy to prevent ships from succumbing to the cataract's currents. I stress once manned, as the tower has lain empty since its candlekeepers abandoned their posts after the fall of Rabanastra. But if Farius Sirius offers any indication of what can befall a lighthouse in the absence of its caretakers... Oh... Yes, but the real question is how all of this ties in with the Evolution legend. A cursory examination of the Zodiac Brave story reveals no mention of a Ridorana. Yet it seemed foolish to assume that a name could not change in the centuries since the tale was writ. So I thought to cross-reference texts on modern Ilsabard history with our translations of the Durai papers. And after an exhaustive re-examination of my ancestors' notes, I discovered that there was not a single entry on Ridorana. And while mention of the Valnard Sea was abundant, I found no reference whatsoever to any cataract or lighthouse within its waters. You're being so dramatic. Get to the point. Rams's discovery prompted me to examine the mystery from a different perspective. What if there were no mystery at all? What if at the time of Delita's rise, the chasm did not yet exist? There is more, but only a visit to the lighthouse will enable us to confirm our theories with any certainty. Down, down. You're still a piece of shit, Ramza. The Ridorana lighthouse lies far from civilization. You would be wise to provision for the trip here in Hingashi. An adventurer always comes prepared. Of course. Definitely. 100%. Fly, my pretty, fly! Fly a little faster, please. Yeah, I've always read it as Riodana. Don't know why. Like, I know what the spelling is, but my brain just never... My brain just made it Riodana instead of Ridorana. Ah, dear. My. Something is very wrong here. Mayhap it's best if we split our fellowship into two parties, one to delve into the tower's depths, and one to observe from afar. As acting sub-leader, I appoint you captain of the first. You may use this spyglass to aid in your search for the missing lizard. You're still a dick. You're still a dick. And what slur are you going to call me when I do something to piss you off? Damn it, brother, where are you? I love we're splitting our forces and no one is staying with him. No one is sticking around with him, and that's funny as fuck. I mean, I know technically everyone is, but no one stayed behind, and it was very funny. I'm clipping through the shield, god damn it. Climb up and scan the area for any signs. Fair enough. I actually don't know where it is what I'm looking for is, so... Okay. Found him! That was easy. So not only were we right, but we were fast enough to find him before he walked into the fucking thing. Will that matter? No.
You found him. Let me see. He needs our help.
Yes. Prince Razla, Princess Sheila, I know you cannot forgive me. Nor should you. It is all my fault. I could not save you, could not save anyone. Anyone but myself. I'm so sorry. Begamen, wait!
Traitors! Have you no pride? You treat with the very men who laid waste to our homeland.
You're mistaken, brother.
There are no Imperials here. We've come to help.
I know what I see. My own kin sided with the enemy. How dare you stay my audience with the princess? The Duma...
It has him, Kupo. It's showing him what he wants to see.
Oof.
Which Matterus?
Livia Sans Julis. Gunfire? Begamen! Oh. So this is the end. Recite the words. Satisfy the covenant. Relinquish thy soul unto me, and be granted that which thou desirest most in all the world. Sword in hand, a warrior clutches stone to breast. Look at me, brother, look at me! In sword, he etched his fading memories. Don't you die, not yet! In stone, his tempered skill. We promised we'd all go together when our time came. You can't leave us here! By sword, attested. By stone, revealed. That light, where have I seen it before? Oh no.
Whatever you're doing, you need to leave the right house right away. Right away! Do you hear me?
Your warning comes a tad late, friend.
As we feared, then. Bagarman's soul is lost. Well, shit. Annihilation. Much as I wish it were otherwise, I fear Bagarman is beyond saving. Yet we cannot suffer what is left of him to become a distraction.
Kind of rude to say in front of everyone, but yeah.
Father, is it not now the time to abandon this quest? We're meddling with forces beyond... Enough, Alma. We adults are talking? While Lilith was searching for the lizard, I've inspected an area of exposed foundation at the base of the lighthouse. And you were right, Father. The lighthouse is built squarely atop the ruins of what can only be the clockwork city of Goog.
Goog?
The what-work city of who? According to the Zodiac Brave story, the Clockwork City was a metallic metropolis wherein airships, automata, and other technological marvels of the age were first conceived. Little is said about its location, however, save that it was far away. While the Durai papers do not say a great deal more, they do mention that the land upon which the legendary city was built was severely limited, an inconvenience which forced its inhabitants to build up rather than out. Which led me to ask myself, what if the reason land was limited was because the land in question was an island? But that would still not explain the omission of the cataract. It is inconceivable that the authors would neglect to mention so prominent a landmark had it existed. And then I found it, a lone passage regarding the city's fall. When the particulars are missing, it appears the city was abandoned after an explosion left half of it in ruin. I believe that this explosion may have undermined a portion of the seabed. It need only have been a small area at first, one that could well have gone unnoticed during the Exodus. As time passed, however, the waters would have continued to wear away at the rock, slowly widening the gap until we have what lies beneath us today. That would explain why there's no mention of Ridorana prior to the present era.
Could you guys talk nicely to your sister? Like, the father just lets him be this little shit. What the fuck?
Come, Father, will you not tell them the rest of the possibility that we Garleans are descended in part from the displaced citizens? It would explain how the Empire was able to forge its armies of iron even before the discovery and application of Allagan technology. And it also may explain why the legend of Evilise has resonated with our people for centuries, despite the fact the Lost Kingdom was, as far as we could tell, in a quite different corner of the world. An interesting if somewhat ambiguous theory, but to return to your original claim, it is your belief that the Ridorana Lighthouse stands upon what is left of... That necklace? Where did you get it, girl? It was my mother's. Your mother's? It was my late wife's most cherished possession. Why do you ask? Bagarman had a talisman he would wear beneath his jerkin. He refused to take it off, even when bathing. He said it was special. I only saw it a few times, but it looked exactly like the one your daughter wears. And what are you implying, Lizard? That my sister stole her? Or my late mother? Neither. I spoke of a similarity, that's all. Can you believe the nerve of this boy? Enough, Ramza. Our guests are merely concerned for the well-being of their kin.
Oh, so you intervene for them, but not for Alma.
What a dick. But what of our kin? The dead ones? What of them, Ramza? Do you imagine our kin to be better than theirs in some way? Or anyone else's for some matter? I apologize, Father. We have but one purpose, son, and that is to prove the existence of Evilise and clear our family's name. Do not allow anger or hate to lead you from that path. Now, we have a lost city to explore. There we go. Hopefully this will now let me actually access it. There we are. Brilliant. I will queue for both to see if we get into both, but like... Has my retainers finished yet? I feel like they should have. No, not yet. Just a few minutes though. That's fine. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Although part of me wants to queue up the other ones, well, just to fuck with you guys. But I'll do this quest first. I'll do this one MSQ first, that way I've technically done what I'm supposed to. Technically. Yep, we did that bit. Oh. You're most welcome. Lest you think me complacent, I assure you, I've not forgotten the dark cloud on the horizon. That Xenos lives is a source of grave concern. Thank you! Mayhap the gravest, yet there is little to be done but wait for Alphano to send word. Until then, yep, okay, yep. We did that before. Yep. After the loss of his family, Gosetsu devoted himself wholly to the service of his country. He suffered any hardship, strove beyond the limits of endurance without hesitation or complaint. Though Suyu could never truly replace his daughter, I had hoped that, with her at his side, he might live out the remainder of his days in relative contentment. Would that the Kami had been so minded. Even now I labor to discern any meaning in Yotsuyu's fate. To deliver her from certain death with no memory of her sins, only to leave her at the mercy of her stepbrother. Can that truly have been their will? That I cannot tell you. The will of the Kami is not for us to know. But what I do know is that for a brief moment, a girl known as Suyu lived among us, and that she brought with her a whisper of respite for a grieving heart. See? I did one! I did one MSQ! Fuck you all! I think it's time we were going, don't you? We've done all we can here, and we have a lot to report. But before we head back to the Rising Stones, let's call in at Raga's Reach. We should be the ones to tell Lise about Xenos. After everything we went through together, we owe her that. No, you're good. I appreciate it, thank you. I was just making the joke because everybody bullies me about not doing MSQ, and now I've done an MSQ quest. So, like, one. So no one can yell at me now. A fortune insult. Interesting. Also, that should be the... yeah, the supreme one. You mean ultimate? Yeah. Look, I've been live for 2.5 hours. Like, you're lucky I have thoughts at all. Alice, you're back! No Alpha, no. It's good to see you, Lise. As for my headstrong brother, he's off on what will almost certainly turn out to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlemald. It's a long story, but We have evidence that Xenos might still be alive. What? But that's... If this is a joke... Gods, this had better be a joke.
We would have been getting shot at that whole time. Yeah.
Look, I know what I saw, alright? We all saw it. And you're saying he's alive and well and living the high life back in Garlemald. I know how ludicrous this sounds. I'm still having trouble believing it myself. But while I might doubt the word of an Imperial envoy, I'm inclined to trust Lilith. She saw the Crown Prince through the Echo. In a meeting that could have only taken place in the recent past.
Oh yeah, this one. It is funny that this one is actually quite forgettable as a fight. Because Nero treats it that way.
The Guardian will transition between a host of different combat programs. Try to keep track of what does what.
Oh my god, look at their shoes!
Alright. Weapon systems online. Running basic program. Guardian engaged.
Ooh, you want to move. Why are you jumping so much?
Loading.
Ooh, gunship. Don't remember what that does.
Running Air Force combat program.
So that's what that does? And before anyone gets mad at me, I'm not healing this time, I'm just fucking around. Loading.
Running Dataluma combat program.
Ow. Move, 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 move. Gloopy. I really need to dedicate like a stream to completing the Hildebrand questline. Yeah. Alright. You can have it, I don't care.
Target acquired. Open fire.
Ow. There. Good luck. The bibliotech. Bibliotaph. Oh. I thought it was like automatic. Like once you ran through it,
Ow.
oh no. Safety measures disengaged.
Oh boy.
There we go.
GG. Thank you for party.
Shutting down. Oh, you dicks. They opened it and then they fucked off.
Da-da, da-da, da-da.
Oh no, somebody actually wants them. They can have them. I'm cool with that. And I got 3 combinations. Congratulations, old friend. Judging by the lack of smoking holes, I'd say you have a natural talent for avoiding laser beams. And this is what passes for a straightforward battle in here. Phantom trains, possessed pictures, and now this Magitech-like machine. Assuming it was real, the realm of a Sigmascape is based on what must have been highly advanced in both the arcane and mechanical arts. It's just a pity we can't identify the test world's origin. Imagine how much we might have learned from such a civilization had we encountered it under different circumstances. But now is not the time for such idle thoughts. The next battle will be the last for this world, and Nero should have a strategy to share with us by now. Seems unusually anxious to move things along. This is it. The final battle to the Sigmascape. He does look kind of gaunt too, which is kind of impressive. We've put together a profile of your next opponent. You've encountered some fantastical foes in here, but this time you'll have the novel experience of fighting an actual person. His name is Kafka, and he's a jester. According to the data, his preferred mode of fooling didn't just bring the house down, but the whole world. Apparently, he found comedy in the tragedies of others and condemned countless thousands to death for his own amusement. That a jester should bring such misery. It is almost amusing. Nevertheless, we must treat this villain with all seriousness. His rise to godhood and subsequent rule over a shattered world is clearly documented in the records. Kafka is a formidable mage, and a cunning one besides. Your tactics must account for both his power and his trickery. You've been working on a solution, yes? Will it be enough? Will it be enough? Have you ever known me to do anything by halves? The jester's face paint is a mask for his intent. If you only watch the surface, you'll be fighting at a disadvantage. But to put it bluntly, Kafka will seek to deceive you. Even as you predict his actions and adjust your position, his true attack will reveal the fate for what it was. This is where things become interesting.
I have tuned this monitor to allow me to observe the Sigmascape with greatly enhanced clarity. If I observe a discrepancy between Kefka's behavior and the impending attack, I will endeavor to warn you. The timing will be critical.
Why are you yelling at Pony?
How confident are you of this strategy?
I predict a 50% chance of success. Any delay, however, slight, in reacting to his feints will render my warnings all but pointless. Isn't it exciting? There's no safe way to practice this, hero. We must test our tactics on the battlefield. Alright. But if I die, I'm haunting you forever. I'm afraid he's right. I'll lend you all the support I can from this side. Make whatever preparations you need and head into the Sigmascape. We can't let this jester have the last laugh. Embrace your destruction. It is the fate of all things. But people can always rebuild, and new lives will always be born. A fragmented conversation that accompanied Kefka's Garter. He was the first line, but there was no mention of who uttered the reply. In life, there is always hope. How predictably forthright of you. I'm sure it was a hero much like yourself who gave the original response. Go on, champion. I tire of waiting for the fun to begin. I'm assuming there's a point to the panic. What's the panic for? Okay, buddy? Are you asking my permission? By all means, let's get things just underway. Alpha is clearly poised to spring into action. Nice. Okay, let's go reset our retainers. And then go do the main quest. We can reset our retainers here, so that's fine. I hope you guys are looking after yourselves, that you had some water and some food. Now is a good time to take your meds if you haven't taken them already. And you can take them at this time of the day. Night, evening, whatever. You know what I mean. Let's see what we got. Okay. I can vibe with that. That's actually kind of cool looking. Food was ready as we queued into the match and I was in the wrong Discord call. Ah, I see. Ah, okay. I was so confused. It's like normally we start that with thank you. Not immediate panic. Yeah. I get it wrong. As a DPS, it's not going to be that much of a problem. What level is my black mage? 76. I could probably go in as black. Focused. One thing at a time, Sparrow. One thing at a time. I'll skip forward to where we were. No. It was him. It was Xenos. No, it must have been, I don't know, some kind of really convincing imposter. Xenos is dead. He had a great big hole in his neck. We buried him. Aye. And someone went to all the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? Those gilded holes. Whatever are you talking about? Thancred! Thancred, what brings you to the Reach? Alphino had me lending a hand at the saltery, keeping an eye on rebuilding work and so forth. Just until operations were up and running, and now that they are, I thought I might look on you before wending my weary way back to headquarters. Forgive me if I misheard, but is there some suggestion the late Crown Prince could have gotten better? If so, might I suggest a quick look inside his coffin as our first order of business? Ugh, as much as I hated the man, it doesn't feel right defiling his grave. But if it will put this rumor to rest, I suppose we have to. And when there are no curious eyes about, if we can manage it. Xenos is buried up at the Bloodhow in the locks. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked so as to not upset the locals. Then it shouldn't be too hard to find. Nago, you're in charge till I get back. Do. Nice. Perfectly timed. I wield the greatest power in existence. You may as well be dirt on the bottom of my boots, or the dirt stuck to the bottom of that dirt. I will destroy everything. I will create a monument to non-existence. Okay, so he lies to us during this entire fight. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, you figured out my tells. Or have you? His posture, the change is slight, but it's shifted somehow. Keep an eye out for tricks. Quick now, make your peace with death, because I'm making your death with all these pieces! Throw them all away! Whoosh! Should probably come forward. Power builds in the graven image. Woo! I am making such progress today. I'm very proud. Ow! My eyes! Okay, so no question marks for this one, which means it's going to be where it says it is.
I see. Look lively now. Must I give you a push?
Oh, that was just iconic. I love that.
No, did you think you'd won? No. We've just begun. Scorch, just half. Oh, but twice the fun. Run, or you'll be done. Ooh. Hey, Ultima upsurge. Space! God dang it, space. You are lucky I love you. I love you too.
I do like the music, I won't lie. I think I did a solo on my main, so I didn't really do much of this fight. I'll be entirely honest. I basically got in and blew him up.
Still alive! Unbelievable! I really must insist you die. Are you looking? Why are you looking? You shouldn't be looking. Hammer. GG. Thank you for party. I am Sigma. I am the Omega. I lost? How can I lose? I just can't believe it.
get wrecked, buddy boy.
Da, da, da.
Victory is mine.
Sigmascape complete.
And I got the wind-up Kefka. Just can't believe it. Believe it. They were even nice, and they didn't open that for me. Which is why I had to open it myself, you see? That's it, isn't it? Isn't it? She's won! This contest has been decided. Alpha Group is victorious. The Sigmascape test world will now be erased. Come on! We should go and find Lilith! Nero? See, he really does care. He really does care. Talk to me, man. Are you hurt? You could say that. I had a visitor while you were attending your little ironworks reunion. Damn it.
We should never have left you alone, not after what happened to Biggs and Wedge. As if I would trail along behind you, like some sniveling lapdog. No, I chose to remain behind, and behold the results. This was my victory. It was my ingenuity that defeated these foes. Even your precious warrior of light was just another variable in my grand experiments. All right, Nero. Save your strength. I'll fetch Lilith and Alpha and we can get out of here. Garland. The next round is yours. But you can't keep holding back. It's time to unfetter that brilliant mind of yours, to do what must be done. And I'm not just talking about what becomes of Omega. You cannot preach freedom through technology and keep yourself locked up in chains.
They're so gay. And I love them so much. Enemies to lovers, speedrun. 15k words.
Alpha! Hi.
Another battle won. Thy might knoweth no bounds, child of man.
The Sigmascape has been terminated. Congratulations, Alpha Group. Congratulations, Lilith Dustseeker. Consistent with previous performances, you have once more defeated a foe of vastly superior combat capabilities. I have constructed a theory to explain this phenomenon. In order to conserve life energy, you subconsciously limit your output during standard activity. I have taken this factor into account when calculating your potential, but judging by the wild fluctuation in values, it is possible your limits are exceeded by an unpredictably high degree when engaged in battle. Current data unreliable. Accuracy of further experiments may be compromised. Recalculations necessary. You will exhibit your full potential, unrestricted by self-imposed limits. Prediction. Placing subject in mortal peril will facilitate the collection of desired data.
Fuck you, Omega. Oh, I forgot this happened. Fuck.
Reveal your power. Let me measure the extent of your existence. In precisely 180 seconds, I will terminate your life.
No stress, Pony. Rest well, lovely.
You are to attempt to escape with every last reserve of strength you possess.
The frog. Alpha!
He's trying so hard. Alpha, your participation is unnecessary. Do not interfere.
Oh. He's trying so hard.
Curious. 'Twould seem the circumstances of thy birth taint not the purity of thy life. The seed which all mortals nurture is found within thee too, Alpha. As for thee, Omega, after passing eons, this is truly the extent of thine evolution. I have glimpsed the core of thy wretched existence and judged that my guidance here is no longer needed.
Midgardsamir. Dragon Daddy came to save us. Even I cannot fully bend the rules which govern this place. I have reached beyond my strength at the last. But so be it. Such a death becometh thee not. To slumber shall I betake me for a time. The incarnation I leave with thee will be mine in form, but not in spirit. Oh. Midgardsamir, again, your actions are incomprehensible. Heed me, empty vessel. Thine all too clumsy effort to draw out that which is, by thy own admission, defieth thine understanding is the very height of folly. Temper thy desire, trust to the results of thine experiments, and when thou hast witnessed these mortals in the fullness of glory, then mayest thou determine if the prize thou seekest is thine for the taking. No! No! Acknowledged. Attempt to have artificially elicit potential has failed. Tend to your injuries, Alpha Group, and prepare for the next round of testing. Alpha, thank you for trying to save me. You did your best. Lilith, Alpha, I need your help. It's Nero. He's... Twould seem we all have a tale to share, but not here. Come on, we're leaving. Oh yes, we are. And I'm gonna break this fucking machine in half. Not Midgardsamir, I love him.
Alpha.
Quay. My poor baby. Madam, the chief has already departed for Raga's Reach. A few of our people are on hand to help him transport Nero. Oh, and I was to tell you that Jessie expects a full report as soon as convenient, and by that she generally means now. Can we do this one before we go and finish that? I should be able to fly. What are the party finders at the moment? Pardon me? Although I am kind of getting tired. Alright, we'll go and do this quest and then I will probably call it. We'll see. The problem is, right, I have to predict whether or not I'm going to be up for it later. Like, I have to be aware of how many spoons I'm using up now, because while I feel okay right now, right, I know that I have a very busy weekend ahead of me. So, like, I have to be so careful and aware of that sort of stuff, and it's really fucking annoying. This is it. Gods, he'd better be in there. Someone scrawled all over the stone a while ago, but I had it scrubbed off and never thought any more about it. So, no one thought to check if the coffin was occupied. Well then, we are presented with but one course of action, and we had best be sure we are not observed in the doing of it. Shall we begin? Oh, I didn't realize we were in an ad. Sorry, loves. I'll pause on the next frame.
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
The inspiration. Honestly, Dustseeker was the name of my first D&D character that I played in a campaign. She was Terrafell Dustseeker. It's a real pleasure to meet you. I make things fly and I make things explode, and I'm very good at both. The things I fly tend to survive. The things I explode, not so much. And so I kind of wanted to pay a little homage of a mission there. And Lilith, I'm just a big fan of Lilith in most mythologies. And I thought, because the Zayla are described as like these bringers of calamity, why not name her Lilith? Really play into that whole, you know, does birth define you, or does a story define you kind of thing. So that's where I was going with that. Voice cutscene, I don't have to say shit. It's great.
Well, it must be somewhere. I only hope it isn't walking around.
Very suspicious. Very suspicious. If there's no corpse, then are we to conclude the rumors are true? Not necessarily. We might still be dealing with a doppelganger of some kind. An agent could have been sent to dispose of the body in a bid to lend credence to the tale of Xenos' resurrection. More and more, however, I find myself siding with Alphino's theory of Ashian possession. Speaking from experience, I can tell you they have no qualms about taking a living host, let alone a dead one. You're saying an Ashian is walking around in Xenos' body? It seems a distinct possibility. Once I have this grave put back the way we found it, I shall pay a visit to the people responsible for interring the Crown Prince. Before leaping to any conclusions, I want to know for sure if a body was ever buried here, and how certain we are that Xenos was properly dead. If he wasn't, that was some trick. He as good as cut his own head off. Anyway, Ralbar needs to hear about this. If you find anything out, send word to me at Ralgar's Reach. I don't know why I'm surprised. With matters settling down in Doma, we were due another crisis. Shall we make for the Rising Stones, then? It's past time we shared these developments with the others. Ooh, nice. Look at all my people. While I was waiting for you to arrive, I spoke with the Riange of a link pill and gave him a full report. Y'shtola is on her way and should be here any... Alice, Lilith, it is good to see you safe and well. What news have you from the east? Shit got fucked up. We saved everything, and it still got broken because fucking story demanded it. Disturbing developments indeed. Given all that we know, I too would conclude that an Ascian now inhabits Xenos' body. A doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinates, but Lilith? Nay, Alphino had the right of it. Would that his wisdom extended to the question of his own safety. Capable though he has become, he ventures alone into the enemy's stronghold, and the shadowy web of the Paragons, like as not. When it comes to making rash decisions, I'm hardly in a position to criticize, but I'm worried. I just wish there was something I could do for him besides pray. Yeah, I know. Ooh, a cutscene. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. We cannot suffer the icons to exist. Was I not clear on this point? More than clear. The icon in question was summarily dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner is dead and the rite beyond repeating. Everything proceeded according to the plan, every party behaving exactly as required. My methods may seem extreme, but there is no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of this star. Oh, I made a mess. Like, I destroyed a lot of shit. What are you doing fiddling with that thing? I asked you a question, soldier. What are you... Have you lost your might? That was a familiar sword strike. I have lost many things, but my mind is yet my own. There upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final bow, only to find that the finale was but an intermission. Shall I use this chance to repent from my sins? Embrace goodness and mediocrity? Nay, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must go on. I wonder who that's... Although I am very curious how that worked. Because he was dead. He was dead. Most curious. Alright, let's go finish out this questline as well. I still can't believe we got into the friggin' Ravenastra. Lilith, I was told you made it out of the hole, but nothing beats seeing you with my own two eyes. In case you're wondering, Nero was taken straight to the infirmary. The chief should be back with news soon if you don't mind waiting. Midgardsimer. Chief, how is he? Not good. Seems one of Omega's nastier minions paid him a visit in our absence. He's putting on a brave face, but having seen his injuries, I'm surprised he kept going for as long as he did. The Kyurgens defined him to bed. Even should Omega extend its next invitation, Nero won't be coming with us. Midgardsimer's taking a lengthy nap now, isn't he? And it won't be long before our base camp is lost to the rift again. When the time comes, I'll join the expedition myself. The challenges will only get harder, and you'll need someone reliable at your back. I appreciate the offer, Jesse, and I may yet take you up on it when the time comes. But let's not make any decisions just yet. I have a lot of thinking to do about what happens and what lies ahead. Come here. The poor thing, he seems worried. Thank you for trying to save me.
Wait!
Well, that got a smile out of him. We may not understand what he says, but I think we can understand what he feels. Right, much as I'd like to stay and chat, we all have work to do. Sooner or later, we're going to have to face Omega itself, and we've all seen what it's capable of. We need to be stronger. We need to be ready when Omega calls on us again. Let's make sure that we are. Yeah. I might unlock the extreme stuff as well while I'm here, just so I can do them off stream as well. Savage Phase 2. Don't imagine I have to do too much here.
Good morrow, valued employee. Thank you for your tireless efforts. As part of the Savage Initiative, we bring you Phase 2 of our Mending Melodies section, a composition designed to rejuvenate both body and spirit. The song brings to mind a gentle sea, the ebb and flow of the tide, a rhythmic balm upon the exhaustion of your soul. As with our first installment, we sought the cooperation of the same illustrious minstrel. For this piece, it seems he has drawn inspiration from his recent visits to the Far East. Now, close your eyes and float upon a calm ocean of music. Let your worries be carried away by the waves as they swell and recede. Swell and recede. Clear your mind and allow new vistas to unfold. Hear, feel, and ponder their mysteries.
It's like, I cannot escape him. I can never escape. What's the Access to Savage Initiative? Oh, did I not do that already? Whoops.
Good morrow. Yep. Tell me, are you getting enough rest?
Shut the fuck up.
Are you sleeping and eating well? Are your eyes not blurry from overuse? Here at Garland Ironworks, your well-being is our priority. To that end, we have introduced a program to address work-related stress. Dubbed the Savage Initiative, for we must be savage on stress. It adds a touch of relaxation into the daily grind. For its maiden feature, we are pleased to bring you Mending Melodies, songs that soothe the body and the soul.
Oh, okay. I did that in the wrong order. I love Alpha's, like, side-eye.
This particular piece was composed and recorded for our benefit by a minstrel of no small renown. It has been proven to possess potent healing properties and promises to promote happiness as well as simulate creativity. Please be forewarned, however, that prolonged exposure may overstimulate the imagination, leading to the augmentation of one's memory. It is recommended that you enjoy the song in moderation. With that, I bid you a fulfilling day of striving for freedom through technology.
Alrighty, my loves. I think that's gonna be me for the night. Let's go ahead, find us somebody to raid, because I am sleepy, and I have got a very busy day tomorrow. So if you're interested, by the way, I run a body double event in my Discord. Ah, interesting. And I run that from about 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, like Sydney time. So, if you're interested, you're welcome to come along. You're not required to talk. Yeah. You're not required to talk. You can just kind of hang out in the voice call, and we all kind of keep each other on track. There's never any pressure, though, to join, so you are more than welcome. I know who I'm going to raid. Chloe is online, so I want to raid Chloe. She's absolutely lovely. We gotta send her some love. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I will be live next week with more Marvel Rivals on Thursday and more Final Fantasy on Friday. Keep your eyes peeled because I've currently got a a new video that I've been working on, and I'm hopefully going to get done either tomorrow or Sunday to upload. So I hope you'll enjoy that. But yeah, let me start the raid. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to eat food, drink water, take your meds, and do not, under any circumstances, lick the demon that you summoned to piss off your neighbors, because as we all know, consent is indeed consexy. And I will see you all in the next one.